Yo, this is Fonz
And Quan.
and welcome back to another show. Listen, if you're on social media, primarily Facebook, go search Porch Sports Podcast War Room, where we are always chopping it up. We got special things going on. And, you know, even if you're a Cowboy fan, or like my man, he's still a fan, we'll still welcome you in there, you know.
Watch it. Also, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment on our YouTube channel at Porch Sports Podcast. We're there every week, and we would love for y'all to be a part of it by dropping your comments. If you want to be notified of when that video drop, which is also weekly, hit that notification bell right over to the side. Mm-hmm. And anything else you want to add?
Man, I ain't got nothing else, man. Go on, kick that theme music. All right, guys, what is up? We are back and better than ever. This is the Porch Sports Podcast with your man Fonz
and Quan.
Hey man, what's going on, man?
Nothing much, brother. I can't call it.
It's Tuesday. So thank y'all for riding with us. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for viewing this show, and remember to hit that subscribe button if our content is pleasant for you. So let's go ahead and jump into the first topic. The first topic is actually an interesting one. The question was posed: is Brock Purdy the long-term answer for the 49ers? And I'll let you go ahead and bring that take.
So again, the question is Brock Purdy the long-term answer for the 49ers? I believe he is. Brock Purdy is only a 2-year quarterback that took his team to the Super Bowl. Some will say that he lost the bowl, but that was against the best quarterback head coach duo in the NFL currently. So I really can't fault him for that. This is also a 2-year quarterback who is well polished in some areas that most second-year quarterbacks are not, like good versus the blitz. Most of the time, defensive coordinators uses the blitz a lot versus young quarterbacks because most young quarterbacks have a hard time reading coverage and disguising the coverage. But not Purdy. He was good versus the blitz. According to Reddit.com, Brock Purdy versus the blitz this season threw over 1,500 yards. Had almost a first down on every pass attempt or per attempt. Had 14 touchdowns. Had a passer rating of 127.9, which was first. Had a completion rating of 68.2. And that statistic is crazy, being that his O-line was ranked 28th in pass blocking, and Purdy was being pressured 13th most in the NFL. So with all that being said, he can definitely be considered the long-term quarterback for them. Of course, there's room to grow for him, and there's things people want to see, of course. But honestly, they should keep him. He's been poised throughout to be able to win playoff games, even recover from some deficits in some cases, even recovered from an injury the previous year, maintaining to play a full season and to take a team like that to Super Bowl. I believe when you do have a roster full of talent and you're the only one that really doesn't have a big name on the roster, it's a lot of pressure on him. And I think he definitely held down his portion for the most part. It wasn't always good. It wasn't always, he hasn't always impressed a lot of people. But like I said, man, when you got C-Mac, Debo, George Kittle, you got, scary physical defense, the pressure is on you because, everybody else is pretty much already established in the NFL. He was also in the MVP conversation and was statistically number 5 in the NFL, statistically. So I definitely think this is probably the best quarterback that the 49ers has had or had success with since probably Alex Smith. So I'll let you take a take on that.
The short answer is maybe, because I like everything that you said about Purdy, you know, but the thing that stuck out to me the most was having Debo, C-Mac, and Brandon Ayuk and them boys on the field at the same time. There were games when he did not have them on the field at the same time. He did not fare so well. Now, the Cleveland game, I'm gonna blame that on defense because he put him in position to score. I like Brock Purdy. To me, he's a bigger upgrade than Jimmy Garoppolo. Regular season wise, he did very well this regular season up until Christmas night. So that's what kind of knocked him out of the MVP conversation due to the fact of the type of game that he had on Christmas night. But the biggest thing that is very underrated about Brock Purdy is his usage of his legs. The dude actually low-key got wheels. In the Detroit game, the NFC Championship game, he had a play in the third quarter where he spun out of a sack and threw a dart to Kyle Juszczyk, a straight-up dart. So accuracy is not a problem. My biggest problem with the 49ers is their coach, Kyle Shanahan. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sold on Kyle Shanahan no more. I was like the rest of everybody that, you know, deemed him a genius, offensive genius and everything. But if you go back and look at the tape of the Super Bowl 58, you're going to see something that's not Shanahan like. Yeah, they ran the ball, but they didn't run the ball enough, in my opinion. So to answer that question, it's a maybe for me with Brock Purdy. I got to see a little bit more. Yeah, you took it to the Super Bowl. I still got to see a little bit more. Can you do it again? Matter of fact, can you have that team in playoff contention again? And if the chips are down, say you don't have a Debo, you don't have a C-Mac, you don't have neither, or you don't have one, can you maintain what you got to do? And because he's so young, I can't really give him the go ahead just yet. You know what I'm saying? Just for that, right? I mean, the roster itself is probably the best roster in the league. The roster on paper is the best roster in the league. Is really no excuse, but at the same time, like Cam Newton said, sometimes you got to be a game manager, and game managing is not a bad thing. I don't know why the media makes it bad, but it's really not, because you got to manage what the defense gives you. And Brock Purdy has shown me a lot. He showed me a lot of positive, showed me a lot of negative, but I still need to see a little bit more. If I see a little bit more and he does well, then I'll say, yeah, pay that man. Be the first last pick of the draft to be paid as an elite quarterback. But the biggest thing on him, the biggest thing on his resume, he just wins. He wins. Like, the reason why the Eagles were in the Super Bowl in Super Bowl 57 was because Brock Purdy got hurt. The 49ers proved that because they went back there and beat them straight up. So the 49ers proved that. So I'm going to give it a soft maybe. So, I mean, let us know what y'all think. I could be wrong. He could be the next coming of Joe Montana for that franchise. So let us know. So
Joe Montana, that's extreme.
But why we still on that subject real quickly. Regular season playoffs, Brock Purdy is 24-7. So yeah, he does win. He only lost 7 games in his career, including this past Super Bowl. Now, let's talk about other quarterbacks in the Shanahan era. You got Jimmy Garoppolo. He's 39-18 with the 49ers in his career. And Trey Lance, who's a hard 4-4 in his career. That's not inspiring from Trey Lance. But Jimmy Garoppolo struggled with injury. Trey Lance couldn't get it done. So that's what opened the door for Brock Purdy. So he's replacing those guys. But the crazy thing about his regular season, I mean, not even his regular season, his career, he has a career passer rating of 111.4 with 5,654 yards, 44 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, and 25 games for the 49ers in his career. if he could come close to his regular season that he had last year, I would say yeah, that's what's up.
Right.
He's that guy. All right, so let's move on to the next topic. So, everybody knows Micah Parsons. Shout out to that brother. He got a podcast, and the biggest thing that was trending was that he said, "Your guy, T.J. Watt, is not a top pass rusher." Ouch. Now, I've been checking. I've been really. That's the Brock Purdy research did not take long. T.J. Watt took me at least an hour and a half, and because I had to go down the list. I had to start, and it's crazy. The internet is weird because you can put in a specific thing that you're looking for, but you get something else that's related to what you're looking for. So, in lists that date back to last year, we talking like last summer, TJ Watt was top 6. It was not top 3. Pro Football Focus, which I don't really dig Pro Football Focus because their stats are based on analytics. But at the same time, that's where the NFL is going now. It's an analytical league now. They use analytics in the NFL is a fancy term for probability. Everybody did probability back in middle school, But they got him in number 5, and I'm just using 2 examples. They got him in number 5. ESPN got him in number 4, and ahead of him is Micah Parsons at 1, Myles Garrett at 2, Will Anderson Jr. at 3, and then T.J. Watt. And looking at the stats, the hard stats, that's what I'm going to go with in this discussion. And looking at the hard stats, bro got a point. I'm not saying he right, but he got a point. Why? Because, let's break it down. There's 2 games last year that lost him Defensive Player of the Year. That's the game versus the Cardinals and the following week, the game versus the Patriots. In that 2-game stretch, he only is credited for a half a sack. Pass rushers get sacks. He's credited with half a sack in a 2-game stretch. Versus the AFC. It's crazy. Versus the AFC in general, his conference. 83 solo tackles, 30 assisted tackles, 26 sacks, 3 fumble recoveries. That's just against the AFC in his career. Against the AFC North in his career, it's 45 sacks, 48 assisted tackles, 135 solo tackles, 4 fumble recoveries, 3 interceptions. That's just against the AFC North. What I read all that, and I got plenty more, but I read all that to say this. TJ Watt he's a grown man. That's a beast. I'm not gonna take that away from him. The dude led the league in sacks for like 4 years, including this year. But I looked at the stats from last year as far as his sack totals because that's what he's known for. He's known for sack. That's his job. Go get the quarterback. There's a few games where there's 0. There's a few games he didn't get no sacks. So, and then looking back at Micah Parsons has obviously been in the league a lot. He ain't been in the league that long. Not longer than TJ. TJ been in the league since 17.
He been in the league three years.
He been in the league 3 years. But the biggest thing that goes against TJ Watt is it's a stupid stat because I was like, I didn't even want to. It's an analytics stat. I didn't want it. It's that pass rush win rate. So basically what that is that how many times is like the ratio of how the defender can get off the block and wind up in the backfield. That's the stat. They are using that as a stat now. That's crazy. But it makes sense. Because in order to get your sacks, you got to get off your block. Now, and he got underrated speed. I got to give the man his credit. I'm gonna give the man his due. But in looking at the numbers and looking at every list that I possibly could look at that has pass rushers on it, I even found a list that got the top pass rushers from the year 2004 to now. And on that list, TJ Watt is number 7. But his brother is number 1. But look who is in front of him though. JJ Watt, Julius Peppers, Aaron Donald, wow, DeMarcus Ware, Terrell Suggs, Von Miller.
Some veterans, most of them.
Either veterans, get Hall of Famers, or out the league. And behind them is Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, Jared Allen, Khalil Mack. that's the list I actually like. Because
I'll let you finish.
Yeah, I'm almost done. I got you though. I'm almost done. That list, even though everybody know the GOAT is Lawrence Taylor, let's go and put it out there. The GOAT is Lawrence Taylor, but that list make more sense, and it's crazy. All the stats that I looked up, it came down to that list, and I'm like, bro, that's tough. But you go ahead, help yourself.
I'm not even here to really argue that. I'm more upset that it came from Micah Parsons.
That's facts too.
I don't really. I'm not here to argue that Myles Garrett didn't deserve the Defensive Player of the Year over, because you look at Myles Garrett, and I know this is kind of a different page of what you was just discussing, but Myles Garrett was a first round overall pick in the first round, and he's been having double-digit sacks since year 2. He came out swinging. His first year, he had 7. That's. I mean, I don't even think. I can't name him right off now. I don't want to be wrong, but after that, he had 13 and a half, 10, 12, 16, 16, and 14. So I'm not really here. It's just your mama taught you, or your grandma taught you, to always respect your elders.
7,
always.
14, 10, 12, 16, 16, 14. You about right.
Your mama always taught you to respect your elders. And I'm not so much mad that, you just did a proven statistic that he's not a top 5 pass rusher. But I even feel good to even be number 7 with all those names you just named. I'm good at number 7. But needless to say, I want to send this message to Micah Parsons personally, and I wish I had a way to contact him. But Micah Parsons,
don't make me tag him. I'll tag him.
Please do. Micah Parsons, since you've been in the NFL, TJ Watt has led twice. You've been in the league 3 years. He's led twice since you've been in.
He got 27.5 career sacks so far. I'm sorry. That's 27 and a half sacks versus the NFC.
Right.
And 13 against the AFC.
So I'm looking at Micah Parsons like, dude, what are you talking about? And the crazy comment, the other comment that he made was, if it didn't go to Myles Garrett, it should have went to me. How?
Okay, hold on. Can I jump in? Let me jump in right quick. So he on some that's on some bull jive right there. And I want any Cowboy fan to comment under this here. It went to Myles Garrett simply because he was on the top defense in 2023. That's the only reason why he got it.
Exactly.
That's it. That's all.
I'm not really arguing that TJ Watt is a top 5 pass rusher. I really can't, because there's been so many great pass rushers in this time of football. And he's an
elite company by himself.
And I love TJ. Let me just put this out here. I love TJ. All right, Pittsburgh is nothing. Like they say in church, without God, I'm nothing. Without Him, I'm like a ship without a sail. That's pretty much what. That's
drifting like a ship without a sail.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's pretty much what the Steelers is without number 90 on the field. All right,
that's facts. We're
1-10 without TJ Watt. All right, so. Some games he has a lot of sacks. Some games he doesn't. But with him being there is an impact. Now, does he impact the game like Myles Garrett does? I don't think so. But I also think Myles Garrett has a way better secondary than than TJ Watt has had.
Oh, for sure.
Probably for most of his career.
For sure.
So let's put that out there. So if your secondary is good, that's holding the coverage on the receivers, which gives you more time to get to the quarterback.
Ain't that what that's supposed to happen?
But
if the secondary get right, that means the pass rushers can get home.
So
that's football. That's
I don't
football,
know,
bro.
but I like Myles Garrett. I respect Myles Garrett, but Micah Parsons had no business saying that TJ Watt ain't a top 5.
That's tough.
When every time that the moment that Micah Parsons been in the league, who's been number 1? And the only reason why he wasn't number 1 that 1 year is because he got hurt.
And he got hurt. And that time, y'all, let me go clear the air. That time y'all said he got snubbed by Aaron Donald. Let me go and break that ice right there. It's highly unusual for a defensive tackle, the nose guard, the middleman, to rack up many sacks as he did. You got to give that man credit. Like that, you got to give him credit.
Right. I mean, and I do. I respect Aaron. I respect Aaron Donald. I respect all these guys. I just don't like the fact that Micah Parsons said anything. If Myles Garrett would have said it, I was like, well, he got a point because the man been balling since he got in the league. If Aaron Donald would have said it, the man been balling ever since he got in the league. Mm-hmm. Micah Parsons has yet to prove anything to anyone. Not to me, at least. I don't find him impressive. I'm pretty sure I can go on ESPN right now and find games where he ain't have a sack.
I can find it right now. Don't keep talking.
So I just hate. I hate the fact that TJ Watt was just like that, because he was a runner. Just because he was a runner up. Like, dude, the reason why TJ Watt was a runner up and Micah Parsons wasn't, because again, 2 out of the 3 games that Micah Parsons was in the season, he was number 1.
The number 6 has significance, right? Because that was 6 games in 2023 that Micah Parsons did not register a sack, not even a half sack.
Exactly. So, what are you saying? He's definitely a better pass rusher than you. Respect your elders.
Jay-Z said, "Don't bring the knife to a gunfight."
And also, okay, he may not be a top 5. He may not be as good as all those players you just named.
Right.
But it's been a long time since the NFL. Even Myles Garrett did this. He got the highest amount of sacks he got was 16. That's his roof.
Yeah.
TJ Watt almost broke his 2021 record when he had 22 and a half.
Did he not tie with Michael Strahan?
Exactly.
So here's my thing about that.
That's unheard of.
Congratulations to Myles. I don't know how it evolved in it, but it makes sense. Congratulations to Myles Garrett, you defensive player of the year, because you manned the defense that was number 1, basically almost across the board, the total defense.
All across the board.
We give you that. We will give you that. So any Pittsburgh fan is still talking about it, y'all. Hey, that's what happened. But the names that I read off, these DeMarcus Ware, come on, Hall of Famer. Terrell Suggs, getting ready to go.
T Suggs, and I know he got sacked. It's all Big Ben.
I mean, the majority of his sacks came from Big Ben.
So,
Von Miller.
Von Miller.
Come on,
Respect
man.
until he went to Buffalo.
My thing is, honestly, they got Jared Allen and Khalil Mack at 10 and 11. To be real, I would put Jared Allen over Micah Parsons right now and Khalil Mack.
Exactly. That's the only thing I'm saying. He ain't got no room to talk.
Wow, he made and I love the fact that you went there. Like he made a point, but like you said, sometimes you gotta respect the gangster in other people, man. Look, you can't be a civilian talking about you a gangster now. I'm just saying that you can't say that. You gotta prove something. NFL stands for not for long. What have you done for me lately? Bruh.
Trying to tell you.
I was like,
I don't know how that came from him.
I was like, yo, that
especially to say that one comment that blew my mind. If it didn't go to Myles, it should have went to me. But you've been under TJ since you got in the league. So if it wasn't Myles, it should have been TJ or Aaron Donald or anybody else but a Parsons. Nobody cares about a Parsons. Let's be real, because I'm tired of Cowboys, and you just so happen to have that doggone star on.
Oh,
You so happen to have that star on.
that's
So
what I've been waiting on.
let's be real.
Let's be real.
You haven't played much competition.
I don't know about that. Wait a minute now. Hold on,
Man,
I know you feeling some type of way.
what rank? What was that schedule rank? This year.
Hold on, let me go and figure that part out.
Because
the only argument I got for Micah Parsons over TJ Watt, this is my only argument, is that he's seen the playoffs more than TJ Watt. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, he's saying the couch just as much as him too.
Ooh. But here's the thing that's puzzling. Now, you know me. He said he seen the couch. I was trying to move past it, but I couldn't do it. That's messed up. But here's the puzzling thing. The puzzling thing is I compared Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, and Micah Parsons in the playoffs, right? All three of them got number 1 sack in the playoffs. Ain't that what you known for, fellas?
And so, you know what though? Sometimes
he can't. Like The Rock says, he got to know his role to shut his mouth at the end of the day. I mean, that's tough. I mean, I'm not even. Y'all know I ain't no Steelers fan, but when I saw it, I was going to. All right, I'm gonna be transparent for 1 second. So what we do, we go over these topics, and I saw the topic that Quan picked out, and I was like, I don't know about that. But I was like, you know what? Let's roll with it because I got to see what he got to say. I know this is going to be fun. At the end of the day, he got 2 things going against him. First of all, TJ Watt did lead in sacks. Now, that injury and those 2 games cost TJ Watt Defensive Player of the Year. When he got hurt and couldn't finish the season, and then and I'm not trying to be that dude, but he only had to have a sack in 2 games against 2 catfish teams. You got to put that in perspective.
Let me just say,
but for him to say that and you didn't do anything, come on.
I got you. Let me go back to my last part when I say you didn't play any competition. All right.
Yeah, because I got sidetracked.
Cowboys, according to Power Rank Guru, they had the 3rd easiest schedule.
Stop
this
playing,
year.
Bro. Stop playing.
I'm just reading what I searched up. All right,
you telling me something.
That's only one example. I don't even think I gotta go to any further.
You ain't gotta do nothing else, man.
I don't have to go any further.
Now, dog.
You have not played any competition, Micah. So if you talented, and I give you're a good linebacker. I'll take you in the yellow and black. Not over TJ Watt, but I'll take you in the yellow and black.
I don't know in that system though, bro. I don't know. Hey, look, man, my bad. I ain't mean to talk junk about you. If you tired of your own all on the sideline,
no man, you can't be talking. You can't be talking no junk.
That's
and just for the one that said, Pittsburgh had the 14th, so it was a little bit tougher than the Cowboys or the Cowgirls. Excuse me, the Whimpers, them boys. You know what I mean? Boys. Yeah, them boys. So
who they got? They got.
You ain't got no room to talk, man. If anything, you need to take notes. You lead the league in sacks and then come back and tell me about it. How about that? Then make that comment.
I could do it even better. Lead the league in sacks at least 4 times.
Like, come on,
and then
man.
You could come say something. I mean, at the end of the day, he's an NFL player. He trying to get those clicks. He trying to get that notoriety. He trying to make his show grow or whatever. So he going to say something controversial. I saw it a couple of days before we put it in the thing, and I was like, that Negro is crazy.
Yeah,
I said that bat buddy boy. Yeah, and I can't stand either one of them teams. And I'm like, bro, come on, man, be respectful.
And dude brought up Alex Highsmith, all right, which was pretty much either the backup to TJ Watt if he was hurt, or
right
the Batman and Robin relationship when he was on the field.
Right.
All right.
Right.
He said, I think I think Alex Highsmith had a higher pass rush and double team rate than TJ Watt. You know that's false. and to be real,
TJ, you know what? I can keep talking. I got the stat right here.
TJ needs someone to step up on the other side because most of the time he is getting the doggone attention. Now, what he said about the tight ends following Myles Garrett all across the line, I could go for that. Myles Garrett is a beast.
Yeah,
and he's coming. He's right there in the middle of the doggone field. TJ Watt on the edge over there. All right,
Myles Garrett can line up anywhere. Myles Garrett can line up anywhere.
He's like another JJ Watt, pretty much.
Man.
You know. So what he said about that, I kind of agree to. But the only reason why Alex Highsmith will have success, he had a higher pass rush and double team rate than TJ.
Okay. I'm about to say the win rate. I'm about to say that's a lie because the TJ Watt is fourth in the pass rush win rate.
Beast. I don't understand how. Like I said, the only metric that Micah Parsons used was the fact that he came in first in the pass rush win rate. That's his only argument. I guarantee. Yeah, that's it. And again, that's the analytics talking. That's an analytics stat that ESPN came up with. So, I can't believe that dude said so.
He talking out the side
coming
of his
from
neck.
A cowboy. Good gracious sake, a cowboy.
He talked out the side of his neck on that one. Cause
where was you at versus Green Bay? Did he have a sack during versus Green Bay?
Ooh, wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm done with all Cowboys. I'm done with them.
For the blood.
Like, like where was you at when they needed you the most?
Oh, did he play?
You know what I mean? TJ Watt done won us some games. TJ Watt done forced some fumbles. He done got intercepted. Hold on, let's talk about that for a minute. Name a good pass rusher that can catch the ball, drop down in the zone and intercept people. Now, Myles Garrett and TJ Watt statistically was kind of similar because they both had 4 first fumbles. TJ Watt had a few more sacks to him, but he didn't have nothing in the interception column.
I mean, in career wise, they're right behind each other. It's like TJ Watt that is Myles Garrett.
Like, I don't know, man.
I'm telling you, it's that blue star, man. That blue star make them boys bold, boy.
I can't believe that, boy. I was like, what?
Yeah, that was tough.
What?
I can't call it on that one. I was like, bro, why would you go say that? His only saving grace in total defense, Cowboys are number 5, and Pittsburgh was number 6 in total defense.
Again, versus the Packers, he only had 2 total tackles. Stop solo tackle.
Man, you
no sacks.
How my aunt used to say, "God bless her, God rest her soul." She said, "Boy, you telling the tale."
1 sack. I mean, no sacks.
None.
No sacks. No sacks to the Packers.
At least TJ Watt got a postseason sack. At least Myles Garrett got a postseason sack.
He played the Washington Commanders. That was the last sack he had week 18, and he had 1. TJ Watt would at least had 2 against Washington Commanders.
Oh yeah,
you crazy. You crazy. You crazy, dog. Like, be for real. Be for real.
Hey man, you a true doggone Pittsburgh fan, boy. I tell you.
Like, man. It was just the source that it came from. That's what shook me up.
I would have respected it more if Bobby Boucher would have said that joke. Like the water boy. If he would have said that,
I would have respected anybody else that said it, maybe, possibly, depending on who it was. If it was Myles Garrett, Aaron Donald, none of them have ever said anything like that. Most of these guys have the utmost respect for TJ Watt.
Yeah.
He's the only clown that didn't open his mouth about the Watt.
Julius Peppers would have never.
Like,
JJ Watt would have never.
Y'all please let us know in the comments.
Right. Put it down there. Let us know. Like, do y'all think Micah Parsons was just talking out the side of his neck? Or do y'all think he had a point? Now, personally, I feel like he got a point, but it's not a point enough for you to go talk out the side of your neck like that. Because if you think about
especially not on nobody else's podcast.
If you think about it, and the big thing that stick out to me is postseason success, all of y'all on the same playing field. All of your numbers are similar. So you really can't talk. Can't say who's better than the other one because all of y'all got one sack. But let us know.
Yeah, for sure.
Let us know in the comments, man. But we gonna go ahead and call it, man. Thank y'all for subscribing. I seen we had some more subscribers since the last time we chatted with you guys, man. Appreciate y'all for supporting this channel. You know, we going into a new season. That's why y'all see some new things. We kind of, since there ain't no more football, we in the man cave. So that's why you see the man cave in the back. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, y'all just get ready. Get ready because 2024 we coming out strong. And anybody and oh yeah, I forgot that 100 subscriber. Go ahead, tell somebody. Yeah. Once you subscribe, tell somebody, especially they love sports and they love to see two people up there talking. We ain't gonna do that doggone Stephen A. Shannon Sharp stuff. We ain't got time for all that because half the time they talking outside their neck anyway. But what we try to do, we try to give it to y'all in the raw pause and you know just put our take on it.
Right.
So just tell somebody, you know, let them know that we out here. Okay. So the 100 subscribers is going to get a Cash App drop as a thank you from the both of us for riding with us. And you know, here's to I think ain't today is the anniversary.
Well, we passed it, but yeah,
we passed it. So we've been doing this exactly
3 years.
3 years now. So we've been riding, we've been going, man.
Seems like it's more than that.
It seems like it's been 4.
I think it's been 4.
I'm gonna call it 4 because I always count the planning stages in it. So I'm gonna call it 4.
Like it's been more.
Quick story, y'all. So we would we would just texting back and forth. He said he would do I said one of us said something about a podcast. I was like, shoot, me too. Right. And then we went ahead and got it going. So it was one night. I would have say it was about 12 o'clock in the morning. I was living in Greenville at the time. I said, man, you know what? We need to talk about this. So I got up. I was in bed. I got up, drove to Washington. We sat in my car for like 3 hours planning this podcast, man, planning everything. And it is a beautiful thing that everything that we talked about is coming to fruition.
Right.
Like, you know, and that's a beautiful thing, man. But yo, like I said, thank y'all for riding with us, man. To the day ones, man, we appreciate y'all the most, man. And man, you got anything you want to add, bro?
Not at all, bro. I think I got everything off.
Yeah, you should feel calm now. This dude came with the smoke, boy. He came, bro came with the smoke. And hey, look, I'm here for it. I just want to hurry up and get my stuff out the way. I want to see what you had to rap on.
Man.
This dude came with a whole freestyle. Oh my goodness, it's good though. It's good to get it off your chest. I know you feel better now.
Yeah.
But look, we gonna go side off, man. This has been the Porch Sports Podcast with your man Fonz
and Quan,
and we out, y'all.